Hello everyone, this is Raju. In this video, let us learn about SQL constraints. Some of the SQL constraints such as not null constraint, unique constraint, and primary key constraint. So first, what is SQL constraint? SQL constraints are used to specify rules for data in a table. So first, SQL create constraints. Constraints can be specified when the table is created with the create table statement or after the table is created with the alter table statement. So these SQL constraints are mainly used to specify rules for data in the table. Constraints are used to limit the type of data that can go into a table. This ensures the accuracy and reliability of the data in the table. So first let us see not null constraint. SQL not null constraint. By default, a column can hold null values. The not null constraint enforces a column to not accept null values. This enforces a field to always contain a value, which means that you cannot insert a new record or update a record without adding a value to this field. So let us see a sample example. Let us create table name table name is persons, ID, column name is IT, data type is int. Here itself we can give the constraint not null, so that this column does not accept the null values. Next, last name or simply name. Data type is variable character 20. Not null. Age int, simply close. So what this does is, here in ID it does not accept the null values. So that means some value should be always present in ID and name columns. In age column, null values may exist or may not exist because we didn't specify not null. So here in age we did not create not null constraint. To create a not null constraint on age column, when the person table is already created, so we have to use the statement like alter. So first let us see the column here. Select star from persons. So this is the table we have created. After creating table, here we are specifying that age should not be null. Alter table. Table name is persons. Alter column name, age int, not null. So if you execute this statement, so now age column also does not allow not null values. That is, it does not allow null values. Some value should be present. This is all about the not null constraint in SQL. Now let us see Next constraint, unique constraint. So the unique constraint ensures that all values in a column are different. Both the unique and primary key constraint provide a guarantee for uniqueness for a column or set of columns. A primary constraint automatically has a unique constraint. So let us see the SQL unique constraint on create table. Let us create table person to ID, data type is integer, it should not be not null, that is null values are not accepted. Here itself it should be, if we mention unique, so all the IDs will be unique. Now we can give name constraint, data type is variable character, and it is not null, comma, range is integer type. So here we created a table name person. Now here the unique constraint created on the column name ID. So only unique values are accepted in the column name ID. So this is about the unique constraint. Like this we can alter the table, and here using alter statement, let us give alter table name is persons to, and here we can give add unique ID. So to create a unique constraint on the ID column, when the table is already created, we have to use this statement. So this is about the unique constraint. Now coming to next, primary key constraint. The primary key constraint uniquely identifies each record in a table. Primary keys must contain unique values and cannot contain null values. A table can only have one primary key, and in a table this primary key can consist of single or multiple columns. So let us see this with an example. Here we have already created the table name persons to, ID is not null, unique, and name which is not null. Here we can give the primary key as ID. So this statement creates a primary key on the ID column when the persons table is created. So to create a primary key constraint on the ID column when the table is already created, we have to use alter statement, alter table persons to add primary key on ID. So this is how we use alter function when the table is already created. we can drop the primary key using drop statement. So this is all about the primary key constraint in SQL. Thank you.